feel free to come up.
My name is Dwayne McKee. I'm representing Coyandella McKee Trust. It owns the land actually on the east side of the road where all the water flows. So all I'm asking, I don't want to stop this. All I want to make sure is they don't pour more water on me. That's all I ask.
And the east side of the road is to the right of what the map is, so any water coming would go over the road.
Well, right now
through a
everything,
whistle or whatever.
right now it hits a ditch and runs across my field now. So now we're gonna have roofs. I don't know whether the driveway's gonna be paved or it's gonna be gravel. So I got a lot more surface area that's not gonna soak up water. It's gonna run across my hayfield, so.
But hopefully they put in some grass that'll soak in some.
And Sam, your department's addressed this as best as possible with the road department?
Yes, and like road department, since this is like a county road, they take care of like the drainage and the ditches. If there is anything, they can like also go and like fix them and like maybe assign a specific size culvert for that access easement. And I believe the access easement, like when they were discussed this, they did not mention if it's going to be paved or not. But most of the places in the county that I've seen, it's mostly like just compacted gravel, so they stay as is. Yep.
But there would not be an opportunity for us to require a detention pond if.
It's not a subdivision, so it's not, I mean, if they did not split it, it's the same topography, it's not gonna change. They're gonna build like a house on one lot, and that's basically a house, they're right to do.
Right, but you know, like his concern, of course, is.
Oh, no, I understand,
You know,
like, but
build
it's
a
like,
house, then a barn,
even if
and
they
then all
don't
of a
build,
sudden, you know,
yeah, even if they don't build anything, the topography is gonna stay the same, they're not gonna alter the topography, they're not gonna grade anything. So that's when you do a subdivision, you do grading, in this case, you're not grading anything.
And the county has no ordinance or requirements to
Yep.
mitigate increased runoff, as far as I know.
Unless if it's like a subdivision, they
Unless
have
it's a
like two, yeah.
subdivision, yes, sir.
Well, in this case, as a lot split, you just.
Yeah, they call it minor
evidently
we
gonna
call
have
it minor
to-
subdivision because that's like how everyone calls it.
But you're gonna have to rely on the good graces of.
Oh, yeah,
of,
absolutely.
You know, of your neighbors.
Yep.
No, I
Well,
get
it's-
it. I wanna be a good neighbor too. I get enough water off that old hillside anyway, so.
Understood.
Yeah, the property owner is here, like, I guess we can always discuss it with them, but yeah.
The mentality has been that
Thank you.
everybody downstream needs to develop or fully developed upstream. All right, bring it back. Anybody else want to address this issue? All right, seeing none, we'll bring it back to the board. Need a motion?
Just to, I don't know if it's particular to this, but I've seen over the years many lot splits like this, and then houses built, and then the road washes out, and they all come to the county saying, fix my road, it's a private road. And what happens downstream is never addressed, but I don't see a vehicle in which we have any control over that at this point.
Unfortunately, the way that this typically has evolved is that the person downstream needs to anticipate that upstream is going to be developed.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's the way the water flows, so you might have put in an 18-inch pipe for something that needed to be a 30-inch pipe.
Yep.
And that's really on you because you didn't anticipate that that was going to be developed at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Most cities, actually, that's the way that
Yes.
evolved. And it's only been recently that detention ponds and retention ponds in this part of the world were required because everybody assumed that eventually the property above you is going to be developed.
yeah.
The water flow is gonna increase, not decrease.
Not ever going to decrease, right? So,
In addition, this is like way straightforward, like land split, so it's not up to debate. It's like they met like all the requirements for like a split, so.
yeah, we do get involved when it's concentrated
Yeah,
subdivision and,
that's different, yeah, that's,
now, if you change the course of the water and you put it somewhere other than where it was, then that's a different
Yeah, and this is when you control the flow, like in a
different way.
detention pond or something.
So-
Or a ditch, so that it goes,
Yeah, they always have ditches like by the shoulders, and like that's something, I guess, like since it's like a county maintained road, like they can always call them, so they clean the ditches. And maybe they need to do an inspection also, like, the current property owners need to do inspection for the culvert, and one of the conditions, if they need to adjust or like update or like have anything like installed, like when it comes to tile or like, a culvert, they have to get the permit from the road department. They will size it for them, and they will do the analysis. They will say like, that's supposed to be 20 instead of 18.
so that's all in place.
Yeah, that's all like, that's all has to go through the road department, definitely, and it's all like in the conditions.
Well, if it's all in place, I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All right, we got a motion and a second. All those in favor say yes? Yes. All right, it's approved. That's the end of our agenda tonight.
Yeah,
so-
other business, so we had like the second quorum court like service committee meeting, like discussing the new planning board, planning ordinances. It went very well. We had like some feedback. We're updating some of the stuff like we got from them. Hopefully, we're gonna move like faster like next time and see like if they have any like feedback again from
Yeah.
the feedback we received initially. And so next time we will like meet like on June 6th. Hopefully, it's gonna be a longer like meeting, and the following one is gonna be June 11th, and that's it for us.
Sam, let me ask you, what's the direction that the quorum court's headed on, what's their will on the planning? Gonna be more restrictive, less restrictive, more freedom, less freedom?
It's gonna be like, it's gonna be more freedom, less restrictive. We are trying to redirect businesses and commercial like into the outskirt of the cities, like towards the county, on the corridors, the highways. So we're pushing this like away from like the concentration of like residential areas. And we're gonna have like zoning, and if, for instance, those like areas that's being zoned as commercial, you apply if it's like in a zoned commercial area to begin with, you just come for like the conditional use permit or like the conditions basically. If you are not within those like commercially zoned area, you have to apply for zoning to begin with. So it's like a reverse CUP. You apply for zoning for commercial, you go through the quorum court. If you're approved for zoning, you come back, you come back to us, we process it as, we give you the conditions for it. So you already know to begin with that this project is approved to proceed. The way we do it right now, you do all the proceedings and you go to the quorum court and you discuss it, and they will say, oh, like, we're sorry, like you're like denied for like a business use. So we're gonna make it like way less stressful, like streamlining everything. If you know it's a commercial, or it's been approved for commercial, or it's already in a zoned commercial like area, you just go for the
Yeah,
conditions.
it gives you the right to put it in that commercial zone.
Yes, yeah, and like
without having,
we have also
have-
like areas of size. If it's like industrial, it has to be this size. If it's like commercial, we have commercial zone 1 and commercial zone 2, and each one of them has like different like sizes.
That's how it starts.
Absolutely, and like we have everything like posted online, and we have also like a web map that shows you where the potential commercial zoned area is gonna be. It's on our website. If you need me to email you that link, I will tomorrow.
I'm on the
Absolutely.
quorum court. May I speak just a moment to the board? Thank you. And I don't know, I take it y'all haven't seen the proposal yet then, but one of the things that concerns me, and I'd like the board to make sure the board's aware of this, and Mr. Atta can correct me if I'm wrong, but as it is now, when this board approves or disapproves a CUP, for example, then it comes to the quorum court. Someone can appeal, and it's easy to do that appeal. You don't need an attorney to do that appeal. And as I understand it, how it will be now, if this goes into effect, it comes to the planning, they come to Mr. Atta, then they bring it straight to the quorum court, and then we vote either for or against. But then their option is to appeal it to the circuit court, and that's expensive, and it requires an attorney for most people. I mean, you know, somebody supposedly, I guess, could file their own case, but it would be hard for them to do. and to go before a judge and defend. So I just want to make sure that you were aware of that. And also, another thing that concerns me about it is the quorum court won't have the advantage, like I sat here tonight and listened to you and to these people come forward, with their CUPs, and that's very valuable information. As I understand it, then we won't have that going forward on the quorum court. So I just wanted to point out those couple of things. There may be some other things, but I don't have my notes with me right now, but I just want to put that out there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sam, what is this? What is the status? Has it been proposed yet? First reading, second reading?
It's not like yet proposed, it's a discussion so far, so like we just put the information out there to get feedback. So it's not like in a form of an ordinance where we don't have hearings on it yet.
Anybody from planning been invited to give an opinion? Or is it just?
I'm always there, like in each meeting, so they ask me and like we reply. Mr. Lister as well is there, and like we both represent the idea.
All right. Anything else before we adjourn? All right, I can take a motion to adjourn.
I will make that motion
All
to
right.
adjourn.
All those in favor, stand up.